Hello everybody and welcome to my podcast number 19. My name is Linda and you can find me on Instagram as Linda Simpson Designs. I have a Facebook group called Linda's Crochet Nook where you can share your knitting and crocheting projects with me. Today is going to be quite a long one. I have quite a lot to share with you today. I've got 5 finished projects, I've got lots of WIPs, and I've got a couple of acquisitions, and I've got some future add-ons, some future cast-ons I should say. So I'm having a nice cup of coffee. It's a Saturday morning and it's quite blustery. And so shall we make a start, guys, with the finished objects I've got for this month? Oh, nothing nicer than a nice cup of black coffee. Just make sure I don't spill it. So I've got my little trusty notebook. So the first one is I'm wearing my Radiate sweater by Hoagie Locatelli, and I've used beehive yarns in DK. The colour at the top for the pop is called Foxtails and the rest of the colour is called Lady Midnight, and I'm really liking it. There's plenty of room for me to move my arms and everything. It just fits beautifully. I am so happy. Sleeves aren't mega long because I don't like my sleeves too long. They just kind of hit my wrist just where I like them, and so I'm really pleased. The pattern is beautifully written, totally understand everything about it, and yeah, so yeah, this is one of my finished projects. The second one was for I did a crocheted hexagon cardigan for the East Anglia make along, and this is what I made. You'll see photographs, and the yarn is Fiberspates DK, superwash merino, and I have washed and blocked and it looks fabulous. I'm gonna have to put my fan on, guys, because I am having a hot flush. So yeah, guys, so I got lots and lots of compliments at the festival last week, and I even had my photo taken with the designer, which was lovely, which is Kelly from Craft and a Cuppa, and everything that I talk about in the podcast today, guys, I will put in the description box below. So that's finished project number 2. Finished project number 3 is my socks. I've only made 1 pair of socks this month. I make 2 pairs of socks. I've only made 1 pair of socks this month, and these are them. Because I wanted to get other things finished. I have used King Cole's cotton socks, 4-ply, which is a finger weight. King Cole is a UK company, and I know they do sell worldwide. 58% cotton, 38% polyamide, 4% BBT. There was approximately 399 yards and 365 meters, and what's left I'm going to make my sister. My sister's asked, so loved the colour, so I said I'd make her a pair of shorty socks. They fit beautifully, lovely. I have washed them as well. I've washed and blocked them, and they fit me like a glove. So that is finished project number 3. Just pop them over there out the way. And so project number 4 is a hat. Surprise, surprise. So I made this hat using Yarn Bee Feelin Chunky Dark Denim. It's a bulky 5, and I used what did I use? I think I used a 5mm, and then I've added white chunky, this one here, which is Stylecraft's white, all acrylic, and it's to add to my collection for the end of this year, because my sister and I were going to be doing some Christmas fairs. So yeah, so that's that. I'm not going to try it on because my hair's still wet and I don't want to flatten it, but yeah, so I will have photographs at the end of all the finished projects. And last but not least, you all know I've been knitting this jacket, and I've used Nordic Noir, Sirdar Jewelspun, and that is the pattern that I've used, and I finished it, guys. There we go. There will be a photograph at the end. I've washed and blocked it, and it's a nice, it's a 4-weight Aran, and I'm really pleased. So there are all my finished projects for this month. Sorry if you can hear the fan, but I just had a little summer moment then, you know, when you just have that. So how has things been going with you guys? Everything okay? I was really looking for, you know, eager to get things finished this month, because I wanted to move on to my spring and summer vest tops and tees, and I have made a start, and they'll be coming up next in my WIPs. So I've got quite a few WIPs. I've not counted them all. There's a couple of WIPs that I'm not going to show you because I haven't done anything on them, and that is the daisy wrap and the starflower blanket. I've not done anything on those this month because I've wanted to get my the jacket, the hexagon, my socks for my Sock It To Me challenge for 2023, and I definitely wanted to get this finished so I can at least wear it before the weather warms up, and I can't wait. I really can't wait for it to warm up. Our clocks go forward, spring forward tomorrow morning. Yay! The only thing is we lose an hour's sleep, but that's okay, isn't it, guys? So let's move on to what I'm working on. I'm taking part on the hashtag the 100 day project, where we crochet something every day. So I've got a lot of minis, as you all know, and they're all kind of little minis, and I've been making my lots and lots of squares. I've not started putting them together, guys, because I want to arrange them, and all I do, I've got this big bag here full of minis, and all I do, I'm not sure, let me just see if I can show you without spilling them. So as you can see, I've got a bag full of minis, and all I do every day, and there's kind of what's left over, that like that was a pair of socks, that was a pair of socks, and all the minis are either variegated with speckles, striped. So all I do is I just put my hand in every day and just pick out a ball, and they're all going to be joined together with navy blue, if I can find it. If I can find it. Oh, where it is, right at the bottom. So yeah, I'm going to be joining all the squares together with the navy blue. So as you can see, oh, here it is, here's the other ball. So as you can see, my dear friends, I have done quite a lot. So we're on, I think we're on day 32 today, and day 32 is this one. So that's day 32, and that's why they're all, you know, kind of, there's no rhyme or reason how I'm doing, or, you know, picking the colours. Just put my hand in, pick one out, make a square, and then at the end of it, after the 100 days, I'll lay them all out on my bed and configure them, put them all out and see which colour, which square goes where, and then join them all together. So it should be fun, shouldn't it? I think this goes on till June. Is it? So we're in March now, we're on day 32, so 32, yeah, the beginning of June it finishes. So I'll have a blanket at the end of it. So I've talked about all my FOs, I've talked about the 100-day project. So last month I didn't show you the progress on my fall mandala blanket, circular blanket, which is by Yarn Inspirations. That's the blanket, and as you know, I'm doing all blues and browns and creams and beiges, and I'm up to now, I think, the next row is row 35, so I've done 34 rows and I've only got 16 more rows to do. But as I said when I started this, there's no rush, and I'm really pleased with how it's looking. And I think I'm going to end up gifting this to my sister because she loves blues, so I can see that being gifted to my sister June. And that is all 4-weight yarn, so I'm using Deramores, I'm using Deramores, let me see, just so, yeah, Deramores, Women's Institute, which is our Hobbycraft, yeah, they're all Deramores. Oh, and Aran Fashion, which is this one. So they're all 4 weights, King Cole. So I'm using a combination of yarns, and I'm really pleased with how it's looking. If you can see the stitch definition and everything. So I'm more than happy with how that's turning out. So that's 2 WIPs that I want to, blanket WIPs anyway. Every year the Yarny Fibre sisters do the calendar cow, and I'm taking part, and you all know I'm part of the challenges, which is on Saturday night, which is tonight when I'm filming this for you all. And the calendar that I chose for my blanket, I'm doing the waffle stitch. That was a challenge for me because I'd never done the waffle stitch, and I watched Hooked by Robin, and I'll put the link to her channel below. She's got some fabulous tutorials. And so this is what I've done so far, guys. So we've got January, this is February, this is March, and in between I'm doing 2 rows of mushroom and neutral. I'm really happy with that, how that's turning out. It's going to be a fabulous blanket, nice and heavy, and it's going to be lovely and warm, and that's to go with that. And so what have I done with the calendar now? I've lost the plot, guys. I've lost the plot. So as you can see, that one's January and that one's February, and you can see why I picked the orange. And this was February, and why I picked the colour. What colour was this? Pistachio, and I picked it for this colour here. And then for April, I picked this colour, gold. So this is going to be for April, guys. So yeah, so I've got quite a few blankets. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blankets on the goes. But as I said, apart from the calendar, and I've not even sewn in my ends yet. I need to do that. That's very remiss of me, because I usually sew in my ends after each. I think I'll sit and do that this afternoon. Get them ends sewn in. There's nothing worse than coming to the end of a blanket and you've got tons and tons and tons of ends to sew in. So they're the 3 blankets that I'm working on at the moment. The 4th one is going to I have Martin from Knit 365 has got an unofficial Toft crochet along. Doll crochet along, I should say. And so I am doing Beatrix, and this is a club, so this is part of Ed's Dolls Club on Toft, and this is the March instalment, and I've only just started collecting these this month. And this is all about Beatrix Potter, and on the back it gives you a lot of information about Beatrix and gives you a little bit of a history and that, and so that is that. And I have, guys, I've done the body. So as you can see, I've made a start. So there's her ears, there's her little nose, and a chin. How's that nose? Anyway, so yeah, so I've made a start. She's on her way. So I'm hoping to get, I think the next in the pattern is, so I've done the body and the head, so it's legs next, which is going to be fun. So yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. So yep, so I decided to, I love Beatrix Potter, and I'm really pleased with how that is turned out. So I'll get on and make a progress, and I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make do some shorts progress. So I need to make one of Beatrix. So they are the WIPs so far. Now, new cast-ons. I've got, oh, hold on, no, I've not. I've got something that I want to share with you. I'm doing, I'm not sure whether I showed you last month or not, but I'm doing this Stephen West's trellis. Are they the trellis socks? Yeah. Cable trellis, I think it's called. Yeah, cable trellis. Now, guys, you know me and socks. I really enjoy getting on with them. And you know, I am not enjoying making these. Do you know, I haven't touched them. I think I've done 2 rows this month. I'm just not feeling the love with these socks, guys, and I don't know why. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to frog it. I'm going to frog it down to, and just knit them up as vanilla socks, and use the contrast colour for the heel and the toe, I'm just not feeling the love, like, guys, and I was so excited to do these, and I thought just leave it for a month, Linda, and maybe I'll go back to them, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Isn't it weird? Just not enjoying doing them at all. I don't know what it is. I love cables, you know that, but I just cannot bring myself to do these. So they are going to be frogged, unfortunately. Maybe further down the line I might do them again, but I'm not feeling the love at the moment at all, which is such a shame. But never mind, hey, never mind. It is what it is. Yeah. So, that being said, so yeah, I think I just, you know, when you come to, not all projects, but I know when I come to that stage in a project and I just can't, I'm just not enjoying the process and I don't want to do it, then I know they need to be frogged and maybe made into something else. Use this, you know, use the yarn for something else. Actually, I've got an idea actually, so maybe. Anyway, yeah. So and my socks. I bought this especially for my socks because you all know, guys, I don't just have one pair of socks on the go. I always have two. I've not quite started the other ones, and I'm not going to talk about them yet. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about them yet. I've got a couple of ideas. So this is one of the basket that I purchased at East Anglia Yarn Festival. Oh my gosh, I wish I'd have bought another one. But hey ho, there's always next year, isn't there? But it's lovely, look at that. So that is that. So new cast-ons. I've got four new cast-ons. So the first one I've casted on is by King Cole. And I'm doing this one. Can you see it? I'll put all the links to the patterns and the yarn that I'm using in the description box below, or the show notes as people call them. So that is what I've made a start on. And the yarn I'm using is Walnut Tree Yarn Bamboo Cotton. It's called, the shade is called Glazier. I'm not sure if you can see the colour. It's called Glazier. 50 grams, 132.5 metres, 145 yards. It's 50% bamboo and 50% cotton, and it is beautiful. I've only not done much. Let me see. So I've not done much, but it's such an easy pattern and it is going to look amazing, guys. It's going to look amazing. It's going to be a nice tea for, I go on holiday at the end of next month, so maybe I might have it finished, who knows. So that is cast on number 1. New cast-ons. Cast on number 2 is, you all know I lost my mum this year, and my sister was said she had a pattern for me, so she gave me this pattern, and I showed everybody on my live. It's a double knitting Berk-Ertex, and it's from Littlewoods stores. My mum must have had it many years, and I will see if I can find it on the internet. But I'm doing this one, and I've called it Sheila's Lilac Tea, after my mum. So this is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm using, I've made a start. Let me just get this. So I've made a start. It's quite a deep rib. So I've made a start on the pattern. I've done the first 2 rows of the pattern. But there we go. And I am using, I got this from, I can't remember, Vero, her name is. I'll put the link to her shop, and it's Lilac, which was my mum's and my favourite colour, and it is 100 grams, 360 metres, and it's mercerised cotton. Lovely to knit with. Absolutely beautiful to knit with. It's so soft, it's like butter. You all know cotton is one of my absolute favourite yarns to work with, and I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, so that is number 2, cast on number 2 that I've done this week. Just pop that there, and this one is in here, and this was a free pattern. Littlewoods is a company that is in Liverpool. I'm not sure if they're still going actually, but anyway, this was a free pattern, and I'm doing this one without the waistband. I'm doing this one because I think it'll look really nice, just you know, the waistband of your shorts or your you know, your 3/4 leggings, and that the band is about. So I want it to, say that's the waistband, I want it to just go over the waistband, not sit on top of it, just an inch under it. And I didn't want to do the waistband, so I've just started that. And I'm using, for this, I'm using Drops Bella Unicolor. It's white, obviously, and it is a 4mm, oh, that's the hook and needle size, 50 grams, 120 meters, 131 yards, and the content is cotton, 53 cotton, 33 viscose, and 14 linen. And it is knitting up beautifully, and you do it on big needles. These are a 4.5, and I've started oh, there we go, there we go. I'm not sure if you can see the pattern, but I've made a start. So there are 3 of them. So there are 3 of my cast-ons. Number 4. Martin from Knit 365 went in a collaboration with Louise and Hannah. Hannah designed the crocheted shawl, one skein crocheted shawl, and Louise Tilbrook designed the knitted, and then Gemma from The Little Grey Girl, yep, dyed the yarn with Martin, and it was the cast on along for the hashtag Knit 365 collaboration, and I made a start on the live yesterday. And I've got them on. I have got them on my gosh, what do you call these now? DPNs. And this is the yarn colour. And the yarn colour is, if I can find the little Oh yeah. It's called Disturbia, 85% superwash merino, 15% biodegradable nylon, 100 grams, 430 meters. So I made a start, and there we go. So I've done, what the heck, there we go. So I've made a start. You've got an I-cord down one side, and then you increase here, and this is, isn't that lovely? That's the picot ending. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm using my stitch markers to keep count of the rows so I don't I'm really enjoying that. So quick and easy, and as you can see, for now they're on my DPNs. And when I start something like this with the corner, I always use my DPNs because they're easier and quicker until the stitches get too much that I need to move to my circular needles. So yeah guys, so that's them. And I'll show you the pattern. I will show you the pattern. And my DPNs are obviously, you all know, my favourite Knit Pro Symphony. Just love them. And let me see if I can get you a picture of the shawl. Let's see. There's the shawl. So it's going to be one skein. So I'm going to be working on that intermittently through the coming weeks. If I've not finished it before I go on holiday, I might take it on holiday and finish it on holiday. So that's done. I don't know why the timer's on. I have no idea what time it is. Hold on, let's see what time it is. 10:32. Not sure how long I've been on here, but let me just have a swig of my coffee. So I hope everybody's well and doing okay. Now the next two are future cast-ons. I don't know when, don't know why, don't know how. But the base one, oh, that needs to go in the pattern bag. That goes there. So the next project is, the yarn I'm going to be using is Go Handmade Tencel Bamboo Fine, which is a delicious soft with a wonderful silky sheen and great strength. And do you know what, guys? For the life of me, I haven't got a clue where I purchased this yarn. It says it's made in Denmark, so I'll have to check. Hobie. For some reason, it might be Hobie. The colour is Vintage Rose. It is 40% tencel and 60% bamboo, 550 grams and 210 meters. So it's so deliciously soft, and this is what I'm going to be making. I'm going to do it longer than that, obviously. I'll do it to the top of my jeans or my shorts for the summer. But that's what I am going to be doing. That's a future, this is a very, very old pattern. I've had this, I wonder if there's a year on it. Let me see if there's a year on it. Oh my lord, guys, you know how long I've had this pattern? 1987. 1987, guys, I've had this pattern since. Wow. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. And that shouldn't take long. I think that'd be really nice. And I think that would be really nice in that yarn. And last one, last but not least, I've got this in my Siobhan Crafts little notions bag. And then last but not least, I've got them in my Bridget's Pussycat bag. Is going to be a king cole pattern, and it's going to be this one, the tangerine coloured one. And let's see if I can find it, what year this was. Oh, there's no year on this one. No year. How amazing. There's no year on that. No year on it. But anyway, it's a nice one, isn't it, guys? So I'm doing that. And I'm using King Cole Summer. Now I know this says it's a DK, but I'm going to be using a finger weight because I'm going to do the maths and do a swatch. And this is this, and this yarn is King Cole Summer, 100 grams, 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, 8% PBT, 492 yards, 450 meters. So I plan on making this sweater in this yarn. I really like it, and I'm going to do a swatch and then sort out what I want to do, what needle size. I'll sort out everything once I've done my my swatch. So yeah, guys, so there are my future cast-ons. Don't know when, but they are going to be future cast-ons. So anything on them is your favourite? Do you like any of them? What do you think of the colours I've chosen? I quite like the muted colours for spring, and then I'll move on to the brighter colours for summer. I love white in summer. I think it looks so classy and clean, especially if you match it with navy blue and a pair of jeans, navy blue 3/4 capri pants or shorts. I think it looks really classy in the summer, white with the navy blue. And that leads me on to acquisitions, and I've only got 2 acquisitions of books, and I did make a lot of acquisitions this month, and if you want of yarn, and if you want to see that, I'll put the link in the description box below of my podcast about the East Anglia Yarn Festival, which I was at last weekend, and I had a brilliant time. Met lots and lots of people, was recognised, which was quite nice, and which was very nice to be recognised as a YouTuber. And I met new podcasters who, which was lovely. I met podcasters that I knew about and watched, but it was nice to meet them. And of course it was lovely to meet Martin just a few days after I'd interviewed him. So if you want to see any of the yarn purchases I've made, it's all on that podcast. And believe me, guys, I did a lot of yarn purchasing last weekend. So one of the books I did purchase at the festival, and it's this Knitter's Stitch collection by Leslie Stanfield and Melody Griffiths, and it's this book. I paid $12.99 for it, guys, and it is a I love it. It gives you, I'm not going to show you obviously, let me see if I can show you. Here's some of the pictures of them, and let me just see if I can, hold on, let me just bear with guys. So there's the knit and purl selection, and then we go on to the twists, all the different twists patterns, and then we go on to cables, then we go on to cables is a big section. Let me see. Then we go on to the lace. The lace. Beautiful. We then go on to the greens, which is bubbles and leaves. Then we go on to stranded and intarsia. Look at them guys, aren't they gorgeous? So in this book there is a wide selection of brilliant techniques, designs. What else is there? Oh, and then it goes on to the letters and numbers, knitting numbers, and how to use the using the stitches, gallery of ideas, and then essential techniques at the back. So I think it was well worth the $12.99 I paid for it. And I will put a link. I will see if I can find this book and put a link in the description box below. So if you are interested in this book, you will be able to have a look for yourselves. The next one is a book that Kirsty and Tracy from Wool and Wishes have showed this book quite a few times, and I kept forgetting to make a note of it. Anyway, in the last podcast, I think it was Tracy made a lovely cowl using the Stitch Dictionary, and it's called Alternate. I can't remember how much I paid for it, guys, but there are some. What I like is, you can see you've got the pattern, but you've got the chart at the side, and it is, there's some beautiful designs in here. So obviously I don't want to show you them all, because I'll just tell you a little bit of what's in here. You've got choosing yarns and colours, how to hold the yarn, floats, colour dominance, how to read charts, swatching, steeks, tips for better colour work, and then it goes on to the swatches and then the projects, and there's 5 projects in here, guys, which is brilliant. There is a cardigan, and what else is this? A sweater, and there's mittens. So let me see. Yeah, and hats. You know, you just use them in the very basic, simple hats, which is lovely, always nice. And mittens, and yes, so you've got patterns for two hats, a pair of mittens, a cowl, and a sweater, and a cardigan. So I think it was really good value for money. I am going to, that is going to be one of the things that I'm hoping to, I can do colour work, but I need to do more of it, and this is going to be an invaluable tool in my arsenal, my fibre arsenal, I think. And yeah, I've been given a shout out. A couple of channels have given me a shout out. Alex at My Yarnery Corner, Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knit. I will put everybody that I mention, I will put in the description box below. Obviously Martin's give me a shout out as well, and quite a few other, Sheila from OM Granny Square. So there's quite a few people who've given me a shout out this month. So thank you all so very much. I've noticed a rise in my YouTube family members are growing, and that is just awesome. I'm so it's always nice when you get new YouTube family members, and if you are one of the new YouTube family members, then welcome and thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here, think about hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon which will then notify you, well, it should notify you when my videos go live, and when I go live on a Wednesday at 5 PM British summertime. As of next Wednesday, it's our British summertime, starts tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed my little podcast. Sharing my finished objects. I will have photographs at the end of my finished objects and all my WIPs. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on over the next 2 weeks, what I can bring to you, whether I finish anything. It'll be fun to see, won't it, guys? But I think that's all from me for today. As I always say, take care, stay safe, but more importantly, guys, be kind to you. And until the next video, bye for now, everyone.